Channel 12 Severe Weather Alert Day.
Snow is coming down in Jacksonville tonight. Take a live look. Wow, we're seeing white streets across the area.
It is piling up really in a large part of eastern North Carolina. Let's take you to Pitt County. They're seeing snow right there and really all destinations in between. This is video from Greenville and Fire Tower Road and Evans Street, as you see right there.
And you hear it and you see it. We saw steady rain in New Bern turn into freezing rain and now snow tonight, so lots of hazards on the roads out there.
Don't need to tell you, it's really bad. And our team coverage continues now of the winter storm that has had eastern North Carolina in its grip for several hours. We're keeping you and your family safe late tonight. News Channel 12's Greg Payne is watching the conditions in Lenoir County.
As the snowflakes fall right on his head, Ashley Bowles is monitoring Beaufort County tonight. But first, Chief Meteorologist Donnie Cox alerts you to any possible threats.
Well, and we were talking about what that shot you saw a couple of minutes ago with the snow in Jacksonville. Here's another shot from Jacksonville. This is just near the Freedom Fountain. You can see the snow-covered streets. Here's the Freedom Fountain here with the changing colors. And again, you can see up the street. The only thing changing that is moving out there is the changing traffic lights that you see off in the distance here. Occasionally, we have seen the trucks, the city trucks, go through checking out the road conditions there. Here's why. We have the changeover to snow happening across the region, and that continues. And I actually had a email from Jacksonville that said that it's accumulating quickly there, and of course we saw that on the cameras. And then we are continuing to see the changeover near New Bern. Again, it's becoming mainly just snow, and that will continue to push toward the coast. You can see as we make our way through Plymouth, as well as Williamston, Greenville, Bethel, and Washington, we're picking up on the snow that continues in Richlands, Jacksonville, Kenansville, Wallace. And then as you get into New Bern, down to about Pollocksville and continuing on to the Crystal Coast, we are seeing a mix, but mostly changed over to snow, and that's what will happen with this area off to the east. So for the rest of tonight, what we're going to see is about less than an inch, and that's from now until midnight. Overnight, we'll start to pick that up, and that will continue on Thursday morning as well. The big deal has been the ice to start with, but in the overnight period, the ice will become less of a threat. The snow will actually pick back up across the region. These are the snow totals that you can expect. And I've moved the 6 to 8 inch range over into areas around Columbia, down to near Swan Quarter to Belhaven, back up to near Plymouth. We still have that arc of blue here, 4 to 6. It's just not as big as it was. You can see that areas back to the west and the southwest, Kenansville, Duplin County, Onslow County, as we move through Jacksonville over to Atlantic Beach. That's maybe in the 2 to 3 to 4 inch range. Down East Carteret could see 1 to 3, or maybe a dusting in some areas that will go out to near Ocracoke. We do see the winter storm warning in effect for most of the area in the overnight. After all of this finishes up, it's not going to melt very quickly at all. 3 o'clock on Thursday. We're still in the cold wave here. Here's the cold band continuing on Friday. We'll continue in the area on Saturday. Finally, on Sunday, we start to slide it out and get a little bit warming going on Sunday, but the bigger warm-up will come on Monday and Tuesday. So when this gets settled in, what we're going to look at across the region is the actual snow and ice staying with us at least for a couple of days.
And that wintry mix has a lot of us concerned about power outages tonight. Take a look at this map here. Right now, Duke Energy has about 100 outages in our area. And according to the Tideland EMC website, widespread power outages are expected along much of the East Coast.
That right there where most of the ice is a threat right now. But let's get you westward to Kinston. We've seen the snow coming down there for quite a while tonight.
News Channel 12's Greg Payne has been enduring those snowflakes all over the place, including right on top of his head. Greg, what are you seeing right now?
Yeah, Val, you've seen this site a couple of times with tossing over to me. Wes, this might be new to you. This is Highway 70, and I'm actually going to jump behind the camera here. I'm going to zoom in a little bit if you can see it. That is Highway 70. That's the best shot I could really kind of get. That is Highway 70, and it's covered with snow. A lot of snow accumulating on the ground. But one of the good things that you're seeing, or that I've seen actually, with all the snow and everything like this, is Not a lot of traffic out on the road, but you see a lot of snowplows, which that's always a very good thing. So once again, if you are traveling along Highway 70, just make sure that you slow down and take your time to wherever destination that you need to go. Now, I'm going to be providing more coverage on kind of this area, Lenoir County and Kinston, as the newscast goes on. Back to you guys.
All right, Greg, well, try to stay dry as you can out there.
Now, we've been in constant contact with county emergency directors across the area for you all night long. And Jones County EMS Manager Eric Merritt is with us now live by phone. And Eric, what kind of precip are you seeing in Jones County? Things are changing around the area tonight.
We're still seeing some pretty heavy snowfall here in the county EOC at this time.
You have a couple of big arteries going through your county, Greg, 58 and 17. Is there ice underneath the snow on those highways?
Thankfully, no. DOT was able to get out and get ahead of that with the brining operations in the last 2 days. There's not a lot of ice accumulating. There are a few slip spots, but they're not encountering a lot of problems with that right now.
Okay, yeah, DOT has done a terrific job. School is not in session tomorrow in Jones County, but you do have a lot of rural roads and a lot of pavement and highway there. What's your concern for drivers tomorrow?
We are still concerned with some of the secondary roads. DOT did brine a lot of the heavier populated residential areas, but there are a lot of secondary roads that were not treated, and we are concerned about that. Our policy group will be meeting about that early in the morning.
Yeah, I know you're going to be working around the clock. All right, Eric, thank you very much for your time tonight.
Thank you, sir.
Rest well, and we'll get back to you a little later in the week. Eric Merritt, Emergency Management Director at Jones County tonight.
We continue our team coverage in Beaufort County tonight, where snow is falling. And
News Channel 12's Ashley Bowles is there to join us now and show us what things are going on in Beaufort County at the moment. Ashley?
Val and West, in the last hour, Beaufort County, Washington in particular, has turned into a winter wonderland. I'm going to step behind the camera so you can see. I'm at Festival Park right now, and right now, as you can see, hopefully if I can get this turned around, there we go. There's about 3 inches on the ground, if not more. It is coming down. The wind is strong, and it hasn't stopped for the past at least 30 minutes. So there is no one out here right now, but I'm sure many people will be out here just enjoying the park tomorrow, as long as it stays this nice white fluffy snow that I've seen on the ground for the last little bit now. Reporting live in Beaufort County, Ashley Bowles, News Channel 12.
All right, Ashley, so as you see, our crews are all over Eastern Carolina tonight to give you a glimpse of what it looks like out there. Be sure to check our mobile app and also send us your own pictures to our Facebook page. Right now, the roads are very slick in certain areas, and it's only the beginning.
Some of them have ice underneath that snow, and that is very bad. The precip, though, did turn to all snow about an hour ago in New Bern tonight. News Channel 12's Nate Belt is out and around to explain what's happening in New Bern and Craven County. Nate?
The rare threat of snow here in New Bern sent people scrambling over the past few days, trying to prepare themselves for the incoming storm.
Stores around New Bern are running out of things left and right, from the basics like bread and milk to cold weather gear like space heaters and snow shovels. At Mitchell Hardware downtown, the hot seller is sleds, which quickly sold out.
So it's been a pleasure to be a business that has sleds. They sold probably 100 sleds to kids in town. The worst thing is to have to disappoint somebody, say they're all gone.
Snow so rare in these parts. A couple came into Mitchell Hardware just before I was there looking to buy a snow shovel. They said they sold theirs before moving here, thinking they wouldn't need it. In New Bern, Nate Belt, News Channel 12.
Okay, Nate, and this is right outside our studios in New Bern. Just within the last hour or so, you see the snow falling on stationed cars in the building. It's slick underfoot. Our news director stepping on the ground right there, leaving footprints in the snow, and things are starting to pile up with ice and then sleet and then snow. So some problems here.
Yes, I'm glad I left my windshield wipers pointed up,
That's right.
so hopefully we can get some of that ice.
get the
You and
door
I
open.
will be
No.
going to work after we get off work. Well, people in Jacksonville are seeing snow as well, right outside their homes. News Channel 12's Miralee Moore brings us the latest conditions in Onslow County.
Well, the second it started snowing here in Jacksonville, families wasted no time in hopping out the door to get out here and experience it for themselves. You can already see the accumulation. You take a look at the hood of my News Channel 12 vehicle. The bottom layer is ice. We got a lot of freezing rain first, and then the top layer. Make yourself a nice snowball. Kids already grabbing their sleds and running out the door to enjoy the snow, and you can see it piling up on vehicles, icicles hanging from signs and cars. Now the city of Jacksonville standing ready if any ice accumulations cause power outages to traffic signals.
We also have signal technicians on standby with generators, so that in the event that a signal goes out because of power failure, they'll be able to immediately deploy a generator and get those back up and running.
Now I am in contact with Jacksonville street crews this evening. They tell me that they are on standby and ready to deploy the second the roads in Jacksonville become unpassable. Reporting in Onslow County, Miralee Moore, News Channel 12.
Okay, Mary-Lee, and let's get into downtown New Bern where we've seen some snow and ice.
Matt Callahan is out there right now to show us the current conditions. And Matt, I know it's cold out there.
Hey, Western Val, it is cold, and we are continuing to see snow and a little bit of sleet as that continues to transition more to snow. Right now, we're on Pollock and Hancock Street, and you can see and notice some of the ice earlier, and even now still accumulating along the power lines. You can see the icicles there, and even here, you can see a significant layer of ice layering up on not only wires and power lines and plastic, but everything. The roadways, we're starting to see significant coverage on all the roadways. Those tracks, those were laid out about 10 minutes ago as a car moved through very, very slowly, and you can see that they are already covered up very well. And there was another track on the other side of the road that now is covered up that went by about 5 minutes before that. We are continuing to see more and more snowfall just in the last about 10 to 15 minutes. And we're going to continue to monitor this through the overnight hours as these roads degrade. In New Bern, Matt Callahan, News Channel 12.
All right, Matt, and now we take you back to Kinston for a look at conditions there.
Hey, Greg Payne hopefully is chipping the ice off his cheeks right there because he has had it on tonight, but we'll get back there in just a few minutes and see where the snow is really starting to come down.
And you can see the snow continuing to push across eastern Carolina, transitioning even as you make your way out along the Outer Banks and along the coastal areas. I'll show you how long the snow will stick around and how much you'll see by the time you get up tomorrow morning. That's coming up.